So we're here with Kain Colter, former Northwestern University quarterback, also the leader of the Kappa movement to unionize college athletes. Kain, why are you here in D.C.?
You know, we came to D.C. to really get a lot of people on our side and clear the air and inform these very powerful people from the source what this movement's about. There's been a lot of misconceptions, a lot of people thinking the movement is about one thing or another, but we want them to hear it straight from us and clear the air and hopefully get them on our side.
Which misconceptions?
I think the first one that people jump to is that this is about paying players' salaries or big things like that. What it boils down to is players having a voice and having basic protections and basic rights, and that's the biggest thing. And I want all the people that we've met with over the last 2 days to understand what our goals truly are and what that means for college athletes. What
kind of progress, if any, did you make?
It's been great. One of our biggest supporters was Senator Harry Reid. And he was very outspoken and said that he was willing to help us in any way possible. Also, Senator Brown from Ohio was great and gave a lot of support. Congresswoman Schakowsky who oversees the Northwestern district in Illinois was very supportive as well.
And your platform is, what are the 3 or 4 or 5 things you're looking for?
Number one is medical protection, and not only for the current players, guaranteed medical protection, but medical protection that extends past your eligibility. A lot of these players are going to be dealing with injuries after the eligibility expires, and they need to be taken care of. Number 2, we'd like to see graduation rates across the country increase, and so increased academic support is definitely huge. Another one is concussion reform, concussion prevention. Obviously, the NCAA and even high school has taken some major steps in those 2 realms, but the NCAA hasn't followed their footsteps. So we'd like to see some improvements there. So those are our big 3 right now.
So those would be good for players, but what about the public interest? I mean, why should anyone who's not a college basketball player or football player want this thing to succeed?
I mean, what this all boils down to is setting up these talented young men and women up for success down the road, and the public should want that. Educating them, making sure that they'll succeed, and that whenever they leave the sport that they're participating in, that they're able to go run a business, go be a key member of society. Those are things that the public should want. And right now, I don't believe that the NCAA and the structure that we're in is setting these young men and women up for success and allowing them to reach their potential.
Some people say that the platform is great, but do you really have to unionize? I mean, do you?
I truly believe that we do. Obviously, Ramogi Huma, who's been the president of Kappa, has been at this for years now, for over a decade, and there's been ways we've tried to get our voice heard and to change the system without unionizing, and we've been met with closed doors. And so obviously the NCAA and the powers that be, they're not going to listen to us voluntarily. We have to demand that our voice is heard. And if you look at the structure of all these major sport businesses, that Major League Baseball, the NFL, the NBA, they all have unions, and that's the structure that's worked for them, and it's secured many basic rights and protection for those players, and it's almost no-brainer for us to follow.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks.